Hello and welcome to the Quibber channel. I'm Jason, your host. It is coming up to 4 a.m. I've been up for a couple of hours now. Let's talk about Samsung. I used to love Samsung phones. This is my S20 Founders Edition. I love it. But it's the last Samsung phone I like. Why is that? Because they removed the micro SD, and that's a deal breaker for me. A complete deal breaker. If I wanted to buy let's say a Samsung phone today, top of the line, with the equivalent space that I can get with this, I would be paying £1,500. £1,500 for 1 terabyte internal storage, because this phone, I have a 1 terabyte micro SD in. And why do I need that much space? Because of who I am. Because of the way my brain works. Because of the way I need to function. I need to be able to carry all my music, all my audiobooks, all my pictures, everything. This needs to be a complete ecosystem. In the worst case scenario, just having this with me means I can repair or rebuild most of my life. And it's 4 years old. It's showing its age. And I have not been... There's a reason why I always put these kind of cases on every single phone I get, because I am not a gentle user of technology. It will get dropped. It will get smashed into walls. Why? Because I will be holding my phone. I'll be looking at my phone. I will get distracted and something will take my entire focus, and I will hold this phone as I walk out that door and smack it against the thingy because I won't realise I've got it in my hand. It happens. It gets dropped. It gets dropped in the backyard, gets dropped in the house. So I always have a good quality case from the first moment I have them. I put them in these cases, something that covers everything like this. No, it isn't fun, fancy, no, it isn't fun, but it keeps what I've got safe. Now I've had to reevaluate things at the moment, because I've got a Fairphone 5, but I can't use it for what I need. I'm going to try to leave the house, and part of that means having a ecosystem built around a phone. Can't carry a tablet around with you. Can't carry a Steam Deck around with you. It's got to be built around a phone. A phone plus my X-Real glasses. Now this is the problem. X-Real glasses, a phone needs to have, for it to be fully 100% compatible. It's compatible with all phones that have got USB-C out that can do it for just mirroring the screen and stuff like that and using them. But the thing is this. If you want access to the actual augmented reality stuff, which is part of what helps me with dealing with my issues and that, when I'm outside the house, it's got to have a Snapdragon processor. It's got to be a bit of a modern one. and it's got to have all the add-ons connected to the phone. So this is the conundrum. There's no way I'm paying £1,500 for a phone. That's a freaking no way. No way, no way, no way. But I've been looking around, and it's very hard to find any phone out there that still uses microSD. There is one, that's the Xperia 5V. The Xperia 5, whatever you want to call it. You know, Roman freaking new. They name their stuff weird shit. It's really confusing. Xperia phones are named ones. But their newest model, well, 2023 model, is Snapdragon Gen 2, fully compatible with X-Real, and it's a Sony phone. It's going to be good, and it's got a microSD slot. Yay! It's cheaper, but not that fucking much cheaper. This is bringing up a lot of, how can I call it, issues. Because if I'm going to have to use a phone as a computer while I'm out, which means having access to AI, which means having access to all of my stuff through it, it's got to be powerful, it's got to be expansive. And the thing is, Samsung phones have DeX, desktop stuff and all that, and it works really well. The thing about having a deciding on this approach of using a scooter as a safe space, it's got to be set up in the right way. It's got to work. It's got to have really, I've got to go minimalist, but I can't leave anything behind. Everything I want to have with it has got to fit with a very refined amount of items to take with you. I can't take my room with me. I want to take my room with me. I can't take my room with me. I went through thinking, can't take a Steam Deck. What's the point of a Steam Deck there? I mean, where would I put it? I'd have to have it I'd have to have it actually fixed in a 3D printed thingy there, and then that would be bad because people would see it and try to steal it. So every piece of tech has got to be hidden. There's a reason I wear a hoodie like this. This hoodie has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pockets. This combined with my jacket that goes over the top of this is really, really good for keeping me warm, keeping me safe, and also providing me with lots of pockets to stuff stuff in. Now I don't have to worry about the weight because basically the scooter I'm going to go through for, I am going to have a budget of about 70 kilograms of thingy I could fit on it. I could fit a little tiny bloody tow bar on the back and stick a thing on it. I could. That thing's, I'll pull that much easily. It's kind of crazy, but no. Everything's got to be unseen, to fit in the compartment, to fit on me. If it fits on me, it means when I get off my thingy and move into the house, everything will work. Give me a sec. Sorry, I just noticed that there was 9 messages on my Discord. And those messages were nothing to do with anything that I need to see, because it's not anybody. It's just some of the servers are having like a mental breakdown. Okay, so everything has got to go through the phone. The phone is the only pure ecosystem I could use. Yes, I could take my EM6680 computer and I could put it in there, but the problem then is, how do you interact with it? Yes, I can put this into my EM680 portable computer, little tiny computer, and I could, in theory, do that and see the screen. But I am on a scooter, keyboard and mouse. No, even a mini keyboard and thing, not really viable. Phones are built to be used hands-free, are built to be used easily, can be used very easily. They are wireless, they are connected to your ecosystem. Phones work for this, what I want to do, but it's got to be a powerful phone. It's got to be able to do everything I need. I need to be able to, if things go wrong and I get a bit overwhelmed, I need to be able to put this on, have my noise cancelling earbuds in, and I need to be able to basically shut down for a while and just zone out, sitting there on my thingy while the world passes me by, which is fine. I can do that. Now, I did look into iPhones, but iPhones are even worse for storage. Oh my God, I've got an iPhone 11 here. It's got 64 gigabyte storage and it's only got about 40 storage, 40 gigs. I can't fit my life in that 40 gigabytes. Screw that shit. The problem is the iPhone comes with the pretty much one of the best earphone type things, the ear pods, and I know they're really good, but I can't do the iPhone ecosystem. I use this iPhone, my 11, as a camera here, and it's beautiful as that iPhone, but I don't like their enclosed system. I don't like their system, and to get to the amount of money you have to pay to get a high thingy, and I'm used to Android. Android is simple. Android is just drag and drop files into it, drag and drop files onto my micro SD. I can encrypt the micro SD onto the thingy. This is not good enough to do what I need to do anymore. So that's one of the big challenges. I will have to have I'll have to have 2 litres of water at least with me. Just to make sure I've got water. I will have to have backup. I'm actually thinking of installing a wireless. No. There's so many things I've got to think about that I don't have to deal with. Now, with the safe room stationery all around me like this, you don't have to think about things like that outside. I mean, it's really annoying. It is really annoying. No, 512 gigabyte isn't enough, and using cloud storage is not an option. I need to have it. Whatever I decide to do, the phone has got to have offline capabilities and has have all of my stuff offline on the unit. I love AI. I love the idea of cloud. I love the idea of stream, but I will not 100% ever rely on it. Cannot do that. So, I'm probably going to have to go an Xperia phone. and that will mean moving my ecosystem over to it, and then trying to find a case like this for Xperia phone, and then trying to make sure that I have it in a position and can use it with everything. There's so many little things that I've got to sort out to have a chance of making this ecosystem outside the house work for me and keep me safe. And I'll need a way to talk to my friends. I'll need a way to interact. I'll need a way to access Discord. And it's all of those things, because I can't do this alone. I can't just get on thinking, go off outside. I will need to be able to talk to my people on my server. I will not be live streaming. That's a hard limit. Will not be live streaming me out there, because we know there is people who are unfriendly to me, and we know they live in the area. Will not be live streaming while I'm out there. I will be recording, and I will be talking to people, and I will live stream to Discord, because my Discord is pretty secure, and the channel that we'll be in and that will be that way. So that I can do. And then I have to remember I've got to have a full first aid kit on the vehicle. Why? Just in case. I've got to have a full mechanical kit, a tool kit on the vehicle, just in case. I have got to have everything covered just in case, because anything that I don't cover when I leave the house will stop me leaving the house. This is why it's so much challenges to do it. We can do it. I am at the moment I'm probably going to be selling a couple of pieces of tech that are superfluous to my uses. They're no longer useful. I'm not going to say what they are until I actually sell them, simply because, once again, there is people out there who don't like me and could cause hassles and could bomb my listings on eBay and all. This shouldn't happen. I shouldn't have to worry about this, but I have to be concerned about this. So anything I sell has to sell it, and then I'll let you know what I've sold. But don't worry, it's something in my ecosystem that I haven't been able to find a place to put it down or use it for a while, and it's just been bouncing around from different options to different options, and it's not been in the situation it's supposed to. So want to make that clear, that anything I get rid of won't be affecting my safe space in the house. I'm not transferring from here. I'm not trying to put me, but in a way, being able to leave the house will actually improve my safe space. Because let's face it, say if there was anything that happened in the house that meant I had to leave the house, then at the moment that would be a purely terrifying situation. Let's say there was a gas leak somewhere in the vicinity. Let's say there was a terrorist attack. Let's say there was some tornado or some disaster, or at some reason that I had to leave this house. that would be a completely terrifying event for me, because I would have to leave nearly everything here away, and then I would lose all my safe space in that. But if I've got a way out, even if it's just a scooter, my own, a mobility scooter, then I have a way out. And that eases that one of those prime fears away. Does that be 100%? How can I put it? Doesn't have to be 100% effective or valid, but the fact that it's there makes a difference. So I have to create this ecosystem. I mean, I need to have some headphones that are actually good quality, and I really need them with a mic. So, and I want to put a helmet on. I want a helmet. Helmet will be good because that can enclose me away from the world, and people can't see what I'm saying or see on it. Now, most helmets you can wear glasses, so I can wear my extra glasses on the inside. No problem. No problem. I've already looked at some of the helmets, but I've got to work out so many different things to get this working. Is there motorbike helmets with built-in Bluetooth mic and speakers? I'm going to have to look that up, because that's an interesting idea. In fact, pause this. Okay. I have just spent the last almost 2 hours jumping down a rabbit hole online and trying to figure all this out. And I've come to the conclusion that there's lots of ways I can create this ecosystem on my scooter. But when it comes down to it, as much as I don't want to, a Samsung device is going to be the best way, but not a Samsung phone. Samsung tablet. I'm talking about the S9. Not the S9 Plus, not the S9 Founders Edition, not the ones that are the more ultra expensive one, just the basic S9 tablet. Pairing that second-hand, buy a second-hand version of it. I can get a pretty good deal for a second-hand one, because I can put a 1 terabyte connector into it. I can put it inside a reinforced case. In fact, let's pause this. I thought I might have one of the old cases that I used to use, but basically it has a lanyard which I will replace with a reinforced lanyard, how can I put this? A way to connect it so it's safe. I can keep it on me underneath my coat because the 10-inch one is small enough. Can do anything. Game. It's powerful. It's got a Gen 2. It can do all the X-Real glasses stuff, no problem. I can connect it with my Galaxy Book Pros and use the entire ecosystem together, connect it to my phone, all that kind of stuff. Don't like I'm using a Samsung one, but after all my looking and test checking out of all the different options, it's the only one. I can put a 1 terabyte encrypted thingy on it, so it only works with it, and make sure it's biometrically all the security features are on max on it, and they're insured, and they're everything that will work for that part. And that is a massive, that is nearly the entire electronic ecosystem. Safe space. Yes, my brain's a bit hectic. I've been exploring lots of tech and looking through everything, and there's so many things that I can get and deal with this in. I still don't know about the headphones. Pausing this for a sec. Okay. So yeah, I've been deep diving. It's now 5:30 in the morning. I love doing all this. It's all such an interesting challenge to get it all working and thinking how I will do it all. So it's going to take some investment. It's going to take some extrapolations and tweaking. The sad thing is that I used to have a Samsung S9 Ultra, but that would be too big for this. Anyway, I got rid of it when I got the tablet, the Azeal's ROG tablet. No reason to have both. But the ROG tablet is just too big and it's not built for long-term use. The efficiency on something like a Snapdragon and the power that you have available with a Gen 2 is amazing. There was a cat in my garden. That's kind of random, but yeah, there was a cat wandering around in my garden. So I was watching the cat with the camera. Anyway, I'm having a pretty good morning. Bertie's asleep on his bed. It's almost time for me to go downstairs and see what to make for food-wise. I am still planning things, still waiting for things to be sorted, still waiting for the refund before I can start doing all this and all the other bits and pieces that were planned. But I'm mellow, I'm happy, and I'm looking forward to know that we've got the DWP stuff out of the way to start to... Someone asked a question whether or not the act of me leaving the house will affect my disability. No, it will not. Disabled people are not meant to just stay in the house unless they have to. If I can create a situation using a mobility aid, as in a scooter, a mobility aid, to leave the house, and if that helps me to deal with my mental challenges, then I am able to go forward. Then paradoxically, it's actually a good documentable evidence of me needing help outside my house. I will have to see where we go from there. But yeah, it's all... I'm not waiting for the money at the moment. That's the good thing. I'm not waiting for the money at the moment because the money is actually not... How can I put it? The money is not... I'm not waiting like... what would you say? It's not urgent. It's not, oh my God, if it doesn't come today, I'm screwed. Because this time between getting the money and knowing I'm going to get the money, it's time where I can go through everything and make sure I aren't jumping the gun, jumping into things that I think and finding out little bits and pieces. Like the Samsung, I found out the Samsung S9 does have the same Snapdragon processor, the Gen 2, as the Ultra model and the Plus model. So it doesn't matter if I'm having the smaller model for performance and use with the X-Real. I don't have to worry about, how can I put it, the jeans vendors. No, I don't. It doesn't have a 3.5mm jack. I've checked that, but I am working on ideas for an ecosystem of sorts. I need to look up a good Bluetooth headset, just in case I don't want to go the Buds way. But it's got to have a good mic. And to find a headset with a good mic that's Bluetooth is like almost, it's mission impossible sometimes. So I will let you all go because this has been way long, too long a video. I've enjoyed it though. Yay! I'm looking forward to all this. Now, you got to remember that I had basically given up hope. Before these last months, I had given up hope of ever really leaving my house. The obstacles in between leaving the house were massive. After my review and what the lady said about how, not being able to leave the house and that, it opened my eyes to the idea of, first of all, oh my God, I could get a car. But the realism of that is, no, because I don't drive, and me driving would be a interesting situation. And all that. And we went down the road of electric vehicles and all that kind of thing, which was fun. I know more about electric vehicles now than I ever want to know. I know all about them, the positives and the negatives for the future. And then we move on to the idea of the scooter, and I came to the absolute, when I've got my letter here. And this kind of letter, even though I don't like to be, nobody likes to be labelled as a disabled person, and nobody likes to be labelled as a severely disabled person. But if I go through this and try to make sure it doesn't, going through the letter, they do explain it all very well. That's the wrong page. Come on, I can find it. No, yeah. You cannot undertake any journey because it would cause you overwhelming psychological distress. To have it defined like that is very good for my own brain. To know that these people who are usually out there to actually shut you down, that are there to get people who aren't supposed to be on disability off, to have them have that put down in black and white discounts all my, I shouldn't be thinking of using a scooter. I'm not disabled. I can walk. But the simple fact is, I am just as disabled outside my house as someone who doesn't have any legs, or who doesn't have, who is blind, and I am that disabled by the psychological side of things. And if this can be my white stick, my walking cane, if this can be my wheelchair, if this can be my support mobility thing, and if this can get me out of the house, then in no way does that put me under danger of them taking my money away. In complete opposite of that. Next time in 3 years when they check, I might get be able to get mobility, the next 2 points on top of it, and if that happens, I will be able to, through mobility, if I want, buy a scooter, because the Motability stuff isn't just for for cars. It's for wheelchairs. It's for mobility scooters. It's for all of those things. No. So whether that happens or not doesn't matter. My options now are to see whether... Hello, Bertie's decided it's wake-up time. Bertie's started moving around now, haven't you, baby? You've woken up, haven't you? You've had your sleep, and you've decided it's time to get up because you're probably hungry. Even though it's only 5:30 in the freaking morning. So, yes. Oh, Bertie, I've got a question for you. Do you think you deserve a takeout? Do you think you deserve sausages? Do you think you deserve bacon? I know what his answer would be. Because he's been very good, and always in the past I used to get lots of takeout for Beryl because we were fighting cancer. And Bertie's been through a loss as well. He's lost Beryl, and I know it's affected him in that. And so I think he might deserve a treat today. I think that would be a nice treat for Bertie. Because he is adorable and wonderful, and he's part of my... You know, the funny thing is that there's a chance as well that I might be able to walk my dog with a mobility scooter. Used to walk Rex with Paola with the wheelchair. I will have to look that up, because maybe I could take Bertie with me if I go to the cemetery. See, the whole point is this idea of leaving the house is opening up so many options for me. Options that I don't and haven't had for so long in my life. So let's see where it leads. And I'd better stop this video because I was going to stop it earlier and I haven't stopped it now, and it's now almost 40 minutes and it's too long for anybody to watch. But that doesn't matter because this is exposition. This is me talking through it all and that. The cat hasn't come back. I wondered if he was trying to hunt the birdies. But it came in and sat on one of the chairs in the backyard and started cleaning itself. It was kind of cute. Yeah, I get very distracted very easily. As we know about these things, it's like boo boo, boo boo. But I hope you're all having a good day. I'm actually having a good day. Sorting out the DWP has really made a massive difference. It's a massive amount of stuff off my head. I'm going to do another video after this. Let's stop this video now.